We'll get a little save going. Why not? Okay. Oh, I guess I could have probably brought more skill points. Skills. Dang. I'll have to remember to do that next time. Oh well, our skills are fine. They're fine. We got great skills. Now as for the handbook, let's take a look at what we got. Let's build our theory of the case. The victim is Mahiro Koizumi. Estimated time of death is around 3 p.m. The scene of the crimes where the body was discovered is inside the beach house at Chandler Beach. The cause of death is a single blow to the head with a blunt instrument. There are no other conspicuous external injuries and no trace of foreign substances such as drugs. The bloodstain on the floor had streaks leading to the roadside door, as if Mahiro had crawled through it. Curious thing there is we know for a fact from the autopsy that she died instantly, which means she did not crawl through, she was dragged. To what end? I guess we'll find out. Footprints were found near the crime scene. The trail leads from the beach house and loops around toward the road. The footprints were Hyoko's. I think you can still buy them. Like from this screen. This metal bat was found at the crime scene due to the bloodstains coating it. It's believed to be the murder weapon. The murder weapon used in the Twilight Syndrome murder case was a metal bat too. There's a bunch of empty plastic bottles inside the trash can in the beach house. They were probably drinks from the refrigerator. Why so many? To what end? The labeling there, that to me looks... That could be water labeling, right? If that's water, is it conceivable that the person, that the murderer, used the water bottles to wash off after the murder so they aren't covered in blood? Though, I mean, why not just, like, the ocean is right there. Why not just, like, run into the ocean? A mask of the anime character Sun Witch Esper Ito found at the crime scene. Now, this is the main thing, because obviously Hyoko seems to be the main suspect here. This is the main piece of evidence that makes me think no. Because if she were meeting with Mahiro, she would have no reason to conceal her identity, right? If they're planning to eat together, they have a good relationship, there's no need for her to conceal her identity. If someone else had, like, planted the info of, like, hey, Hyoko wants to meet with you, but actually I'm there, their concealing that identity kind of makes sense. But it's worth noting, if that's the theory of the case you're going with, like, showing up to the beach house and you see just, like a random, say, like, big burly guy in a mask is not going to be very comforting at all, right? That's almost no better than just seeing straight up your potential murderer. Now, you could say that, okay, maybe even so, then the mask is useful as just, like, an insurance in case, like, it's an attempted murder and you don't actually succeed. You don't get sussed out. But the most effective means of the mask, I would think, would be if you're of roughly the same build as Hyoko and trying to pass yourself off as Hyoko to lure Mahiro into a sense of safety. To then strike her, you know, with the bat. A gummy candy found in the closet at the beach house. Now, it's worth noting, because if we go to this, the flavor, because this is obviously what ties into this is gummy bag. There was a lot of these inside Hyoko's room. They come in 4 flavors, strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. This is clearly a lemon gummy. So this is not from the same packages that Hyoko is known for using. The beach house has a shower room, however the shower is out of order and cannot be used. The only window in the shower room, it can be opened, but due to its high location, it can't be accessed unless you hitch a piggyback ride from someone. Why, though? See, this is one of the things that really gets me. We already have them. We have already the footprints leaving the house. So why or let me put it this way. It would make sense. Oh, that's... Maybe. No, that still doesn't make sense. Because here's my thought process. If you're the murderer in this case, why would you leave... Like, you would just leave through the window to avoid leaving the footprints. Unless you were specifically leaving someone else's footprints, which you could do by switching shoes, as long as you're, like... If you have smaller feet, you can probably still get away with it. But if you're large feet, probably not. But if you had, like, gotten your hands on shoes that, like, someone else wears, then you could use that to plant false footprints. In that case, though, you're still not using the window. So... That's... I'm not sure how that fits into this yet. Unless it was the point of entry. In which case... But why wouldn't you just use the front door? Right? Because Mihiru's body wouldn't have been blocking the front door at that point. Unless you needed... I don't know. That's an odd one. I'm not sure how it's relevant. So in Twilight Syndrome murder case, a tipped over fish tank was found in the music room. I have no idea how that's relevant. Like, this is all just in the game. I mean, I guess it's probably relevant, but I don't see how these specific details are. Swimsuit stolen by someone. The ending prize was found in Mihiru's room. It consists of an envelope containing 4 photographs. There's also a letter included in the envelope that says, try playing Twilight Syndrome after you get a game over. Press down 5 times for the real game. Once you do, you should remember what you all did to my sister. We'll talk then. One of the ending prizes, a picture of Mikan, Ibuki, and Hyoko at what appears to be an entrance hall. This is a picture of the vase. And this is the murdered girl. And this is murdered girl E. Gummy bag already kind of went over. The letter found inside Mihiru's pocket. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier. Is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems that there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret until then. Let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. I'm not sure if this is legitimate or if this is a plant. If someone else wrote this. It does have Hyoko's signature, right? Which is some degree of evidence. Obviously a signature could be forged, but we'll see. So Mihiru received a blow to the head from behind and died instantly. Okay. So my general thought process here is I do still think it's I'm still thinking it's probably Fuyuhiko, and he structured it in such a way as to frame Hyoko. That's my idea right now. I guess we'll see though. Okay, so I've got 8 hope fragments. Oh, I could get charisma. What does charisma do? That actually seems really nice. Increase influence gauge recovery when correct answers are chosen. And I get correct answers all the time. Let's go for that. Let's set the skills. Because we would also like to have charisma active. That also takes us to our maximum skill points cap. Alright. Well, let's go!
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I hope I remember how all the games work. in those.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Gotta go with one last question. Big moments you remember from the second trial of Danganronpa 1, excluding the gender reveals. And that'd be the big. The biggest one was when he found out that Byakuya just decided to mess with the crime scene for no reason. That was a big one.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game. Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Yeah. The characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F. And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game as a reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. First character the player was able to control was Girl A. The tread into Girl A is, Mikan.
I see!
Girl A is probably Mikan Tsumiki.
Yes, yeah.
That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy.
Couple layers deep, actually, Mikan.
Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights. Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too. Huh?
She's right, the one who said that was Girl B, I think?
I see!
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
What, you saying you're, like, tall and, like, classy?
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, her personality was hyper energetic and unique. So that's definitely a Ibuki.
I see!
Girl C is Ibuki.
Girl, see? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
No, we do these streams on Wednesday, Ibuki. Come on.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Girl D, huh? There's only one person who always had a camera with them. And that would, of course, be Mahiru.
I see!
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Guy F is Fuyuhiko, I believe.
I see!
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid. That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Oh, damn, there's two of
Another
them.
person? It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu. and then another Kuzuryu.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were 2 Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll.
Yep.
Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
Reason Fuyuhiko's last name, Kuzuryu, appears twice. It's true, I have a hunch, but... It's call me out like that, Nekito. You're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. Alright, the reason his name appears is because he had a... little sister?
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
Hmm? What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
But, yeah.
It's pretty clear. There's no doubt that Guy F had a little sister. Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
Yeah. First murder victim. I don't really want to say it myself, but I need to move the conversation forward. The only character in the game I could see being Fuyuhiko's little sister is the high school girl who died at the beginning.
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Yep.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
Fair, but it was stated to be based on real events.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events.
Yeah, we do have photographic proof.
That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago.
Oh, sheesh.
I mean, when I first entered Hope Speak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko.
Correct.
And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Whoever the heck that is.
Could it be? The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
Huh?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
And he also has a strange rival going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that girl E got killed.
Yes.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Yes.
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume why based on the content of the game. Girl E interfered with the murder because Girl E witnessed the murder, because Girl E was the killer, because Girl E was free, because it was not that, not that. Or no, because she was the killer of the sister, right.
I see.
The reason Girl E was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all. But is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
In order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
It's the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
See, now here's what doesn't make much sense to me. How did she lock the door? Right, if we establish the door is only locked from the inside. Then how did she lock the door and become outside?
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans. Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it!
Aw.
Let's talk about that later so we can focus on the case.
Ain't fair, Nakamura, but don't shut Chiaki down like that. Oh.
I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking. Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girlie was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
So yeah, this is what I'm thinking, Nabuki.
Which means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But when should she, like, if there's only one key, though?
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girlie broke the window and escaped.
Escape to the hallway?
And sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
Should have had to use the entrance hall.
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then forget this.
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who was waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Wait a minute. Girl D showed up after the other three. Who's to say she hadn't come from Girl E and had the key handed off to her then? Then what did Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Stolen school swimsuit, entrance hall, broken vase, crime scene photo, Girl E's crime scene photo. Hold on, let me look at the crime scene
After
photos.
she killed the...
Is it just me or is the window? Like that's... Shouldn't that be broken, right? Maybe? I don't know. After she killed the first sick in the music room.
What did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So
No.
how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Yes.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
They were, yes.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
How was she able to get past those 4 and wait in front of the music room?
She probably used a hidden passageway. Twilight's hidden passageway is the world's best!
What Girl E did after the murder in the music room. I need to find a clue that'll clarify that. So let's
After she
take a
killed
look
the
at
first victim in...
our things here. So it's gonna be probably one of these 3. Alright, so what I got here? The fish tank. In Twilight Syndrome murder case, a tipped-over fish tank was found in the music room where the victim's body was discovered. Gravel and water were scattered everywhere. Tipped-over fish tank. Okay. There was a broken window in the music room where the first victim's body was discovered. Normally, you can't leave the music room without passing through the entrance hall. Girl E, who appeared in Twilight Syndrome, had her swimsuit stolen. And there's the vase photo. This. Okay.
What did Girl E do?
So you have the Girl E crime scene photo.
She just
We
broke
got the
window in
victim's
the
crime
music
scene
room
photo. Broken
and
vase.
escaped
Entrance hall.
outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall.
Oh, hold on. Okay, wait. Okay.
Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls
I
should
think
have
we
been
used
there.
entrance hall photo on Chiaki's
At the entrance
statements.
hall, the girls
Because the
heard
girls
the sound of the window shattering.
were there.
How was she able to get past those
Or
4 and wait in
or
front
use
of
the
music room?
broken vase photo
She probably used a hidden passageway.
on window shattering. That's probably what
Twilight's
it is.
hidden passageway is the world's best!
Alright, so what did she do?
After she killed the first victim in the
So
music
I think, yeah, the broken vase photo.
room, what did Girl
To
E
say
do?
it could have been the vase, not the window. That
She just
was
broke the window in
broken.
the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall. The other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shut.
Do we know that's what they heard?
That's wrong.
I don't think we do.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
Fair.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the 4 of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit. Which means I'll feel disgusting!
You're the disgusting one.
Agreed.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
An unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game? We're told we can't advance as long as we always make it that clear. And I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Yeah, there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and non-stop debates. Some lines of white noise are actually very durable. You won't always destroy them in one shot. Durable white noise will chip away every time you shoot them with the silencer. But unless you completely destroy them, your time limit will not be replenished. By the way, if your difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. You get the gist. Okay. You got some useful information. I heard there's a guy named Gun something. Apparently has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gun something. I wonder who it is. Was that on him just now? Good luck. Have fun. Great. Okay, it's probably the swimsuit, I think. As a strangulation
Weapon
weapon.
inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Think she attacked her with the fish tank.
Oh, sheesh.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Agreed.
Then the piano.
No. What? That's
Why are you
bigger.
Going even bigger. The investigation conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
How?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
The unconventional weapon apparently appeared in the game, but
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
I'm fairly confident the swimsuit, but maybe not. Wait a minute. The swimsuit is missing. That's why there's not blood on it, because we don't know about it. It was stolen. She disposed of it because it had
What
blood
about
on
broken
it.
glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked
Wait, blow
her
to
with
the
the fish
head.
tank.
Wait a minute.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger?
What if you like put gravel in the
Investigation
swimsuit?
conducts universal chaos. It's on that big a scale too?
Hold on, let me look at the
How about
evidence
beating
again.
her with
Beating her with gravel. That's an interesting idea. Let's look at the photo. Yeah, it is a blow to the head, so it's not strangulation, I guess. Which does make the swimsuit less likely. Okay. A tipped over fish tank was found in the music room where the victim's body was discovered. Gravel and water were scattered everywhere. That's why there's not blood. That's why there's not blood. They washed it with the water. I guess.
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Hold on. Where is it?
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
The broken fish tank. Okay.
She beat her to death with her fists!
Unconventional weapon.
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
So-
What about broken glass?
The fish tank is our explanation for why there's not blood
Isn't
on
the
the
cause
weapon.
of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon. Then the piano. Why are you going even bigger? The investigation conducts universal chaos.
Or maybe.
It's on that big a
Okay, so I do
scale,
think the
too?
fish tank is the evidence. We might agree with Sonia, but I think we're gonna first try to just use it as
If
like
it's
a
a weapon
washing
that was used to beat
explanation.
them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Okay, we're gonna agree that it was the fish tank. Looks like you've never beaten someone before. Split someone's head in half, a surprising amount of blood shoots out, you know. If you're gonna argue, use a better reason than that. Maybe I should split your fucking head open.
Damn it!
I don't think I've made mistakes. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
But no!
That's too big.
No!
To be a weapon. Then the piano.
Isn't there like a fast forward button?
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with...
If it's a weapon that was, it should have had.
Was there a weapon with...
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Okay, it's not that, apparently. What is the connection between what you're saying and attacking someone with the fish tank?
Damn it!
Okay.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken
Let's
glass?
think this over. Yeah, blow to the head. It could have been the gravel, maybe. Like, I mean, I'm thinking, like, what if you had your swimsuit? And you, like, tie it up in a way to, like, turn it into, like, a... and filled with gravel to make it a club.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
There we go. Okay, it is what I thought. Got distracted with the whole fish tank angle.
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there.
Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
You're not chosen at all, and gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
Bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. and the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit. If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
There you go.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the Ace Attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
But for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone. To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now.
Right, yeah, let's solve the actual murder.
Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
Really?
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day. I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Girl E's killer. Right now, the only person I can think of is that guy. Monokuma! No, it's Guy F.
I see!
It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is... What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is... I'm terribly sorry, but...
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
Even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko. Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
Unless you wanted further revenge. Also, just now realizing Terry's cross-out thing is a fork and knife. It feels like it's in bad taste. Not to make a pun or anything. Now, the game and Mahiru's death are probably related. In actuality, there's an important shared point with Girl E and Mahiru's murder. That would be the murder weapon.
I can prove it with this. I'm not sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and Girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat. There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
But it's not just a game, is it?
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
If you keep making up your minds like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. But don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What did he...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Could be.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Certainly a possibility.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Isn't that what happened, Hiyoko?
Ooh.
Huh?
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet clogging bitch?